It is Simchat Torah, the last high holiday. I like it. This is when we re-roll the scroll for the Torah. And we start back over in Genesis. I like it. Hey, last night was Simchat Torah, and today is also Simchat Torah. But it was really fun. I went to my synagogue last night, and I saw them re-roll the scroll all the way back from Deuteronomy all the way to Genesis, and they re-rolled the Torah scroll, so that was really cool to see. Never seen it in person, them actually scrolling through it. So I thought that was really interesting. They didn't do a dance with the Torah specifically. Everybody was instructed to bring their own Torah or make their own Torah scrolls at home, and people brought those and danced. I missed the dancing part, I was a little bit late, but it is what it is, and it was still fun. It was my first time actually going to Simchat Torah. It was a really fun time, I liked it. And that is the last high holiday of the whole year. All the way until Rosh Hashanah next year, which should be around the fall. Other than Shabbat, which is weekly. Hey, so I just got done taking my test, and in the test there was a question about shared value. So shared value is not only making a profit and making a change for the people that own the company and the shareholders, but also for society at large. So basically companies that try to help society. So the two companies that were mentioned in class were 1, Patagonia, and 2, Ben & Jerry's. So I have a lot of issues with Ben & Jerry's. So for Patagonia, I basically said what the company does and as far as their commitment to the environment, and I just described that. When it came to Ben & Jerry's, this is where the answer is different. So I'm going to read off of the screen what I wrote. So, I said, although we learned about Ben & Jerry's in class, and that's probably the correct answer, I personally do not believe that they do good for society based on their BDS stance and their stopping of sales of their ice cream entirely in Israel. Rather than focus on an anti-Semitic brand, I would like to call attention to a clothing brand named Levi's. Levi Strauss & Company is an American brand started by Levi Strauss, a Jewish man from Germany in 1853. In Blackstone, Virginia, 4 years before it was legal, Levi's opened a non-segregated clothing manufacturing plant. This was against the city laws, but the company still stood strong in its inclusionary roots. This got Levi's more sales overall and increased their reputation with the majority of people, and it proved that Levi's actually cared about people and their God-given human rights. Now, I'm not a fan of every single thing that Levi's does, especially some of their more new age stuff that they're doing currently. However, I do think it's a lot better of a brand compared to Ben & Jerry's. At least they're not anti-Semitic. Hey, so I had a programming assignment, and I really wanted to show it to you. I think it's really cool. It's my first time learning Python, so it's really fun. So for this assignment, I'm supposed to be using dictionaries, and it's supposed to have all 50 states, and you're supposed to be able to enter whatever state you want to enter, and put as many facts that you want to about the state. And then you can go between states, you can go back to the same state and add more facts about the state. And then after you're through that, you get out of that while loop. And once you're out of that, then you're able to pick any state and say how many facts you want about the state. So if you entered, let's say, 10 facts about Florida, and you wanted to display all 10 facts, you would just type in 10, and it would show all 10 facts. If you wanted 5, it would do 5. If you do 11, there should be an error message that it gives you, and then you can just enter another number after that. So I want to show you what I made. Right there's the variable initiation, and right there states, that is the dictionary that I created with all the different states. Now if you go down here, so it prompts the user to enter a state. So once they enter it, it'll double check and see if it's Q. If it's Q, that means quit. If it's not Q, to go to the next one, it'll say enter facts about the state. Once you go to that, you can enter as many facts as you want. You click Q, it brings you back to the state loop, and you can just pick another state, or if you just want to completely get out of that, you can just exit that and click Q again. So you go down here, this is the output of it, and it's a pretty similar setup. And yeah, I like it. So let's say down here that I enter Florida. I also figured it out so it's not case sensitive. So right here, you're going to be entering the facts. So here are some of the facts that I put. I said that it's hot, it's fun, there's amusement parks. They also have Governor DeSantis. So whenever you're done entering the facts, you press Q. Then after that, you can enter another state and put facts for another state. For this example, I'm just going to press Q again and quit out of there. It says you're no longer entering facts for states. Enter a state. So I'm going to type back in Florida. And let's say I want 1 fact. Should be the first one. Hot. Then I do 2. Hot and fun. Then I do 3. Hot, fun, amusement parks. I do 4. Hot, fun, amusement parks, DeSantis. Now click 5. Out of range. Bada boom. And if I wanted to go back and say like 1, for example, it still works like that. So once you're done with that, you can click Q. You can enter other states to have more facts about the other states. In this case, I just clicked Q to quit the whole program, and it says, thanks, have a great day. I like it. Hey, so I'm not sad about it because I've been doing things most of my life by myself solo, whether it's hobbies or synagogue or whatever. But I am just going to say that I can't wait until the day that me and my eventual future wife, the love of my life, that we're going to walk into synagogue together and we're going to walk in there and I won't have to sit alone and I won't have to walk in alone, and we could just be there together and worship God right there in unity. I can't wait for that day and I very much look forward to it. Hey, what's good? So I've made videos before for prayer requests, asking if any of my followers or anybody that happened to stumble upon my videos had any prayer requests, and I would pray about you. I would also write it in my Tefillah Sefer. So, kind of a change of pace, I'm asking you for a prayer request. So this is going to be my third scope in a year for my ulcerative colitis, and they keep finding more things, and I'm really hoping that this time that everything is starting to heal. So please pray for me on that. Please pray that the scope goes well with no issues, and please pray that I have complete and full healing within my body, and just let everything go great and let them find nothing new and let them actually find more remission. That's what I'm hoping for. More remission and no issues. Thank you. The grind don't stop. Even though I got the procedure tomorrow, still hitting the gym. Gotta get those gains. Hey, random side note, I really like the kale crunch salad. It's a side salad at Chick-fil-A. It's so good. I wish they made like a full salad with that. I am in the car right now. I'm about to go get to my scope. We shall see what the results are. Hopefully they're good. I keep praying that they're good. I go sleep. Hey, so the results were really good. The prayers worked. Baruch Hashem. So they said that there are no issues. There's no hiatal hernia anymore, thank God. So I don't need throat surgery for that, which is really good. They said they don't see any more eosinophilic esophagitis. And there was a third thing too, but they don't see that either. He said that everything is looking really good. Thank God. Now I got Cracker Barrel. I love it. So good. Here's Eva. And here's Josh post-op. So after eating that, my mom and I, we ended up going on a walk. It started downpouring. So we finally got back to the car. And now we're eating again because I ate but she didn't. So now she's going to eat. I'm going to have like a light snack. But mostly I'm getting this for later. I love the noodles. I love carbs in general, but the noodles are so good. Look at the Mercedes Maybach. That looks so nice. I found this tree really interesting. It's just hollow the whole way. And here's the part that fell. I don't know how far back it goes. Let me put a flashlight and see. Pretty far back. I am installing a new version of Linux. This one is called Zorin OS, Z-O-R-I-N. It looks really cool. I can't wait to show you. So I'm going to be dual booting that plus Windows 10. Time to install. I like it. The moment of truth. Did it install properly? I got the grub menu. Bada boom. Let's see. Look at that! Boom! Here is Zorin OS. Here are the default desktop layouts. So I'm not a fan of that one. There's that one. There's that one which looks a lot like Windows. And there is that one that looks more similar to Mac. I think I'm going to go with that one. It looks pretty nice. You can change different things on here, like the themes, the different colors. You can go to dark mode, light mode, or have it change throughout the day and night, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to go with the changing through day and night. Look how cool this is, by the way. Look. So you do that. Nothing crazy. You enable jelly mode right here. Hey, that's what's up. Let's go. Something really cool here is the taskbar. You can make it 100% opaque, which means that it is invisible other than the actual tasks on there. I think about 40 looks pretty good though. That right there is 40. And right here is the entire settings menu. So you can go to various networks, Bluetooth, all this stuff, different customizations, add various users. It's pretty cool. So right here are all the different wallpapers you can use that come default. The little clock right there, that actually makes it so the background and the foreground all change color throughout the day. So in like the daytime, whenever the sun's out, it'll look like it's sunny. And at nighttime, as it is now, it's getting closer to night, Now it looks more like nighttime. So now it's time to update and upgrade everything. So you open terminal and you type in sudo apt-get. We'll do update first, like that, and type password. And now it is updating all of my files, all my applications. Now I'm going to do the same thing to upgrade. I don't think there's an upgrade though. I think I'm on the latest version, but just in case. Yep, bada boom. So right here is part of the Office suite called LibreOffice. They also have OpenOffice and a few other ones that are open source. This is my favorite, which is LibreOffice. And this one is called LibreOffice Calc. It's basically Excel, and it is very, very cool. I like it a lot. And within all of the open source offices they have and office suites they have, it is an office suite. Therefore, you get things like Excel, PowerPoint, Word, all of these things, but extremely small sizes, open source, so you can edit it and other people can edit it, and you get all kinds of different modifications to it. And generally speaking, it's a lot more optimized, so it's a lot faster and quicker to respond, which is nice. But the whole operating system, Linux in general, is supposed to be that way, and it is. I love it. And over here on this side, you can like resize things like that, X things out. It's very cool. So an issue that I ran into, that a few people with laptops run into as well, even though this is a desktop, is you'll hear clicking. So the speakers just keep making like a noise. So how do you fix that? You'd go through here, you would type this in. So you type in sudo nano and everything that follows right there. Hit enter, then you get the password, of course, because I am not root currently. And what you'll see here is typically, if you've never done this, you'll see number 1. So you want to delete 1, replace it with 0. After that, you press Control S to save, and then Control X. And the second thing that you might see too is this. You want to go to Power Save Controller, and that will be a capital letter Y. Just replace it with capital N, Control S, Control X, and bada boom, no more clicking. Another good thing to do is to check the firewall status. So by default, at least on this OS, it is inactive. So sudo UFW enable, and bada boom. So this is how you get the different codecs for Linux. Just type that in. I already have it. But the codecs are basically like MP3 files, MP4 files, various things like that.